Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. My name is Jeremy Anthony Gunawan from the class Fluid Mechanics 3. Today I'm going to um, tell you about my final assignment topic, which is bicycle, and I'm going to answer 6 questions about the topic. So let's just start right away. The first question is, what is a bicycle? So a bicycle is a human powered or motor powered pedal driven single track vehicle having two wheels attached to a frame, one behind the other. So sometimes, but nowadays, the bicycles are more innovative. Some are fully electric, so you don't even need to pedal or you can change the wheels. It's according to the innovation created nowadays. So the next question is, who invented the bicycle? So the first ever inventor of the bicycle was the German inventor Karl von Drais. He invented a machine called Swift Walker, which hit the road in 1817. So his invention had no pedals, and its frame was a wooden beam, and the device had two wooden wheels with iron ribs and leather covered tires. So as time goes on, it leads up to the bicycle we have nowadays, which is a regular two-wheeled bike, and it improves on its efficiency and its effectiveness. So the next question is, where does friction occur on a bicycle? The friction first occurs on the forward direction of the rear wheel, and it it acts in the backward direction of the front wheel. And the magnitude of the friction force can be more, less, or equal on both the front wheel and the rear wheel. So if the bicycle is going at a constant speed, that means the friction force are equal. If the friction force on the rear wheel is more than that of the front wheel, that means it's the bike is accelerating, right? So vice versa, if the bike is decelerating, that means the friction and force on the rear wheel is less than than that of the front wheel. So if the pedaling is stopped, the direction of the friction on the rear wheel gets reversed. Now the next question is, when did bicycles come to Indonesia? So the ownership of bicycles in the Dutch East Indies and that time was still limited. Only a certain groups, such as colonial officials, aristocrats, missionaries, and wealthy merchants, owned bicycles. So ownership of bicycles expanded during after World War One, and at the time, the trade of uh, from various European countries settled in the Dutch East Indies, and then they marketed it through like big cities in Indonesia, like Batavia, which is now Jakarta, Bandung, Semarang, Surabaya, Medan, Banjarmasin, and Makassar. So this is known through a number of animal advertisements made of animal coated metal plates from well-known brands. Now, the next question is, why are bicycles so popular? While it's been always been an excellent means of transport and more environmental friendly option than driving a car or a motorcycle, many individuals now enjoy cycling as a hobby and sporting activity. We have many athletes, we have many races on bikes like Tour de France, and we can also enjoy it ourselves, like a bike cycling in the morning or at night. It's a great communal hobby, and with an increasing in bike paths in everywhere in the world, including Jakarta, bike rides have become more accessible and safer for so many people. So the last question is, how does a bicycle work? So bicycles turn energy created by our bodies, which we give into the pedal, into connecting energy. So the bicycle and the axle it turns is an example of a simple machine, which we learned back in high school, and it'll accumulate force depending on how you turn it. So the harder we pedal, um, that means the more speed we got. So bicycle wheels are typically taller than most car wheels. So this means the taller the wheels, the more they multiply your speed when you turn the axle. It makes sense because when the bike wheel is taller, that means you get more distance, and the wheel ultimately supports your entire weight in a very interesting way. So if the bicycles were completely solid, they'd squat you down as you sat on the seat and push back to support you. Uh, Bicycles have spoked wheels, to make them both strong and lightweight, and to lessen drag while we run through air resistance. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.